Good afternoon, everybody. I'm actually in Decatur at my father-in-law's house, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my walk in his nice little neighborhood before I finish out my day. I am Demetria Winters. I'm an Army vet. I am also an author, mental health advocate, women's health nurse, service nurse, women and infant, and behavioral health nurse, as well as an entrepreneur. And this is what I call my daily self-care walk and talk. And main issue for me, or main thing that I like to focus on, is taking care of my needs so that I tackle what I need to tackle for my mental health and well-being. And sometimes I know what I'm going to say to y'all, and sometimes I have a great idea and I lose it. And sometimes I just let it be organic. So bear with me. I don't really have a plan. You know why? Because life isn't like that anyways. You just gotta go with the flow. And that's what I'm doing. I'm not gonna stress myself out over schedules like that. I'm gonna try to be consistent. But if I have to be flexible and modify, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. So I guess that's the word for the day. Don't stress yourself out if things don't go as planned. Now, that being said, don't be the kind of person that never has any type of plan, no consistency, and because of that, you can interfere with your own progress and the things that other people have to do. You have to be respectful of people's time and effort. So make sure that you pay attention to do what you need to do within reason. Another thing that I notice about myself, this is one thing I wanted to talk about with y'all. I had a lovely self-care night last night. I tend to have issues with insomnia. Unfortunately, I had my first baby was a stillborn, so was my second. But with that first baby, that's when I started having issues with sleeping. I didn't want to go to sleep because I didn't like the darkness. And I didn't want to wake up because I didn't want to remember that he was no longer with me. And so I've been battling this for years. My son would have been 35 this year if he had made it. I lost him actually at 39 weeks. And for a lot of people who have had children, they know that's only 1 week away from when they say you're due. Last night, it wasn't the first night that I decided to do this, but it was maybe the second or third night that I just did this in the past week. And what I started doing was running myself a bath so that I could soak and take care of my aches and pains. And also with that, I play music because music is something that really makes me feel good. Listening to some nice, it could be chill, it could be upbeat, whatever does it for you. And also for me, and you don't have to do this, but I need a sleep aid, but I tend to take a natural one. I prefer melatonin because it's something natural versus something that somebody mixed up in the lab. So, or some people, maybe they want to drink some tea that helps with relaxation. what, but I decided today I'm gonna do that sort of thing more often. Because what am I waiting for? I'm waiting for things to change, as far as getting better, but I haven't done anything and nobody else has done anything to make it better. What was I waiting for? How you doing, Chioma? I finally got a neighborhood that got some good internet access, but that's how it is. So my walks, I think, are helping, but that still didn't really help me sleep. It's like I had to have different plans for different parts of the day. When I wake up in the morning, I started off with eating my meal replacement plan. I already know that although I love the taste of breakfast, I wasn't really eating stuff that was going to maintain me anyway. So I love to do my 1044 Pro meal replacement, which, has less sugars and all that, because I tend to wake up with a higher blood sugar. And drink my stress relief tea, because I already know sometime during that course of the day, somebody, or someplace might attack my peace and my sanity. So I decided I'm gonna start getting prepared, and for now that seems to be working pretty good as well. And I need to find a middle of the day routine, y'all. I got to figure out what in the middle of the day I can do to help maintain my sanity and my peace of mind. So this is a nice little walk. I'm trying to get it in before it gets dark. It's okay to walk in a house, but sometimes I just want a breath of fresh air. And yes, Miss Yvette, I know she's going to say, where's my mask? There's nobody around me right now. And I did see some people earlier, but they were more than 6 feet away from me. Believe me, I'm paying attention to my care. If I'm paying attention to the self-care, you can bet your money I don't play about this COVID situation, especially being a nurse and having witnessed friends, family, and patients, having a really difficult time or sometimes not making it. And so I'm not going to jeopardize myself or my family or anybody else. Hey, how you doing, Stephanie Highlands? Thank you for tuning in. So if y'all could please like, love, or share. And plus, go ahead and put where you coming from. Even if you're in Georgia, you're in a different city than me right now. Let people know how far reaching, because I know a few times I've looked in, it looked like somebody was tuned in from a different country. I was like, wow. See, think about it. We're having all these issues with being able to stay connected. But yet, when you think about what's going on with, say, Zoom and Live and things like that, Messenger, we actually are connecting in a major way. There are people that we're meeting and talking to that we might not know in another time. And when I say that, I'm thinking about my ancestors. It wasn't that long ago that we weren't able to connect with each other like that. Could you imagine going through a major crisis like this and we didn't have the technology to connect? I'm not saying that you shouldn't feel a certain kind of way because you can't see your mother, your father, or whatever loved one or whatever. But I'm saying at times we got to look at the positive things and the things that are going on that actually are amazing, because I have a lot of family that's actually all over the place because they are military or great friends that I met when I served. People that are in places where the place that I was born or where I grew up. And I'm able to speak to them on a regular basis through this technology. Whereas in the past, I would have had to rely on a letter, which was going to take a long time for it to get, it was going to take some time to get to them, some time for them to read it, and some time for them to respond. So even though we're having problems with being able to connect by being right there in somebody's presence, then we gotta I appreciate being able to talk to y'all from wherever y'all are tuning in from. I appreciate being able to, we just because my stepfather's family decided they were going to do a Zoom family meeting on a regular basis after we just lost him a few months ago. One of my younger cousins who didn't know that, and he's overseas, he's stationed overseas, he said, because you're our family historian, can you start a family Zoom? So that first time we did it, he was on the call all the way across the seas in another country. And that's so amazing, and it was so great, and it just spoke to me. And I just want to be somebody who encourages you and tells you that you're not alone. Don't give up. Don't feel so alone, because there are ways for us to stay connected. And even if you're not connected to the person that you want to be connected to, then a lot of times you'll get sent somebody that's right on time, and you don't have to do much to get the connection. How you doing, Joyce? Lynn, thank you for showing up for me. You always show up for me. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. But I'm happy to be able to do yet another walk and to encourage people to hopefully not feel too down. It doesn't last always. Sometimes it seems like it. It seems like forever. But it doesn't. And you have power. You have enough in you that you can find ways to combat your anxiety, depression, whatever you need to do. But whatever you decide to do, whatever your plan is, be consistent. Be consistent. Because if you jump from one thing to the other, what is that gonna do? That just keeps up confusion. So I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit before I get to the car. Gotta go check on Mom today and run a few errands for a family member. But in the midst of doing things for them, I'm still doing things for me. Like this walk, I said, I'm not going to get in that car and go do anything till I do my self-care walk. And I'm so happy I'm taking my own care into consideration and making it a priority. Because I am. I think I was saying the other night, I was joking around, but that sounds pretty good. I'm the MVP in my life. I'm the most valuable player in Demetria's life. I don't know why it took me this long to remember that and to see that. You the MVP. Joyce, you the MVP in Joyce's life. Stephanie, you the MVP in your life. Chioma, you the MVP in your life. So I am getting ready to go ahead and end this live, but like I say every day, you are worthy. You are worthy of joy. And I love you to life. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.